Hello and welcome everyone. It's time for another run of Godot with the flailing toddler of programming. And yeah, if you remember last time, we cleaned up the code. So this is all much more nicer sorted. There is no bullshit, you know, commented out part anymore. All of it works. Actually, we should just need to add this now that I realize, and this would make it so that no score up there. Perfect. Okay, we have a small thing to do today. That we're going back in the tile map and working on the tile set. Because, as you remember, last time, we basically, basically this is the level, and, quote unquote, and we can just walk all over these places. And we can shoot all over these places. That's gonna change. So, time to work on that, I would say. Hmm. Hmm. Definitely need a physics layer. So, our bullet, you are on collision layer 2. Meaning, if we want to have a wall that also stops bullets, we need to go and basically make a collision layer and a collision mask on 2. Good. That's it. Perfect. Okay, so which one are we using for that? I would say no, not like that. Since we are doing some stuff here, that's supposed to be the border part, but let's not get that fancy yet. I don't know how to automate that stuff yet, which I definitely need to do in the future. But considering I'm going to do this by hand first, we need those 2. go. Yeah, I should probably do that later. Thing is, I kind of still want to make that into we still want to make our own tile set, Ivanox. Thing is just working on that. It would be a pretty simple one anyway, so like basically just wall, and that's that. So, right now I'm basically just using this one. My box. Da, da, da.
You okay?
Ah. Oh. They suck at living.
Yeah, you do.
Okay. So that gives me basically a pretty good. Yeah. That gives me two things. Okay, I guess now I can go back to the tile map. Just say I want to paint. This one. Hello. Ah. So, let's actually wait. That actually is the thing. Now to start over again. And there. So let's just see if we can walk through them. No! But bullets still go through. Okay, good. So first of all, let's just make this look nice, you know? I know. I should make the program for that, but that's another session. Not today, not after I had barely any sleep. And was weirdly active for the day. The fact that I will not have a lot of sleep tomorrow. Because I think they're having a fire drill here, and it's gonna be annoying. I can already tell you that. Okay, sleep is for the weak. I mean, considering I barely slept and now I cleaned the house, sleep is for me. Okay, yeah, definitely just need some sleep. You know, I cleaned the house, I cleaned a lot of stuff, and now I'm programming, and I wanted to. I actually was I was dead set on having some nice cooking today, and that went. Check the stuff you bought, is what I'm saying. There's sometimes just some dumb shit can happen. Okay, the corners are just a bit ugly, but yeah. So yeah, now we can't walk outside of the level anymore. Hooray! That's how it should be. Everyone's just probably gonna be made black or so. Yeah. Okay. So now we definitely need to check how to do that. Yes, I said collision layer 2, which is where the bullet is. But... Huh. Or it's on hitbox area ended. Wait, don't I also have on... So, oh. Okay, should the bullet collide with walls? It should just vanish. I really just want it to vanish first. Which is why I'm currently a bit surprised. Because I thought, that the tile map... Okay, the thing is probably the tile map has a collision layer. So the question is now, though, as what is it counted? Is it a body or is it an area? Because I feel like it is a body. You know what? Let's just actually look this up. No, I'm not advertising my Twitch channel. Yeah, it's a body. That makes sense. But let me guess. Okay, that just... That solves the whole problem. It's just, I just had to add, yeah, if it also enters a body, please delete yourself. Okay. Actually, let's just look how, you can make, how you can easily wrap a tile map. We have a bit more time. Because if I wrap this up now, you'd probably be like, what? Yeah, you really just hacked a little bit at it for 30 minutes and then you fucked off to do something else. That's cheating. It's almost as if you don't take it seriously. It's like, yes. So, no, I'm gonna earn it at least a little bit. I mean, earning. This is a big word. The thing is, I'm covering shooters. I, for some reason, like the big shooters. But you know what? This year just is weird. On one hand, I'm still looking for what my money back. All of it. Yes! You can get your money back. At some point. I need to run. They're after me.
All the money.
All the money. But yeah, the thing is, on one hand, I got a bit back. I also talked to devs and such. Like, I'm actually really happy. I'm still looking forward to Friday. I know not everyone is now jumping onto Battlefield 6, but considering a lot of also a bunch of devs I follow and talk to, and they're like, basically, fuck this shit. Even if I'm gonna be laid off, I hope people enjoy the game. Like, you know what? That's the least you can do at this point. It's still shit people make, with passion. This is still art, what we're doing here, That's the weird part you always need to keep in mind. And it just got strengthened for me at least, with playing Silent Hill F recently. Games are art. There's passion in there. People that want to say something. And while it is intrinsically tied to basically, companies and consumerism, etc.
Capital. The word you're searching for is capital.
You know what? I wanted to actually go to that word, but thank you that you actually made it a better punchline right now. That you're wonderful. See what Agonia does to me? She's a wonderful sidekick. By just, I'm built up to something. She's like, say the actual word. You're a filthy communist. Use this C word. Tell them that the capitalists are behind it. Like, yeah, that's true.
Not necessarily the capitalists. The problem, the root cause, is the concept of capital. Because even the capitalists are forced to abide by the rules of the capital.
You know what the funniest bit about that is? Right now, it's the year 2025. And people are like, yeah, the problem is capital. Yes, that's true. Capital is forcing the hands of a lot of capitalists. Irony is, there are moments where I would say those capitalists on some points are actually more on our side. They're not that bad. We do have a problem with monarchists again, though. How the fuck did that happen? We should have gotten rid of them. And it's not the Brits for once.
You would have thought the French Revolution would have solved that, but apparently not enough or not the right kind of heads rolled back then.
Not enough.
Not enough of the right kind of heads.
You know what? First of all, it was not enough. Then it was the wrong kind of heads. Then Robespierre did his big oopsie, and then the right kind of head rolled, and then they stopped. I think they still got for a while, but I think Robespierre's thing just kind of ended the whole thing because everyone just was like, wait a second, this is stupid. Why are we listening to you again? Okay, actually, considering I will look a bit into tile sets, who wants to hear this, the story of Robespierre and his insane shit and why his head got cut off? It is probably the most insane self-own in fucking human history. And I know, you're probably thinking like, no, that can't be. There are absolutely insane self-owns. No, there is. Trust me, Robespierre, I am surprised. This is not even mentioned in history classes because, like, I will always say, history is stupid. History is hilariously stupid. We sit here and can look back at the catalog of stories where it's just like, this is insane, but it happened. And that makes it even funnier. Children would be into history. I wouldn't be just like, oh, this ultra dry stuff happened. No, you know what, you can feed the dry and important stuff. And then you can still, mention how Robespierre just... Okay, you know what? Fuck it. Think about Robespierre. If you remember, there was the whole French Revolution. The thing that happened afterwards is they were like, let's cut all the heads of the aristocrats off. And then Robespierre basically did a worse Stalin. He kind of started, before Stalin. He just... Was Stalin just a competent Robespierre? I don't know. The thing is, he basically was like, let's cut off all the heads of the people that are, an enemy to the revolution. That is why so many heads rolled. They guillotined a lot. The thing is, Robespierre was insane. Actually insane. Imagine you're overthrowing the monarchy, and then 2 months later you realize, oh shit, we handed the reins to the lunatic. And then your head rolls because the lunatic realized, oh, you figured out I'm the lunatic. Shit he did was, here's a new calendar, here's a new religion. You're like, esoteric parties to indoctrinate people. Like he literally tried to run a revolutionary cult. It is insane. And a lot of people didn't do a lot of stuff against this because here's the thing. Yes. I mean, here's the thing. Yeah, there were the revolutionary, groups that still assembled. They had assemblies, okay? And Robespierre was just kind of the most influential one because everyone kind of went with it. Because also to a degree it was, you're kind of gambling for power at that point, and like it's like French roulette. It's not really like one bullet in a revolver. It's more like, is your name going to be on the insane man's list? The thing is, if your enemy's name is on that, bingo, you just hit the jackpot. His head rolls, and you can reap in the rewards. Next week, hope it's not your head. Anyway, that's it. What happened was, one day, Robespierre goes in front of a room of like over like hundreds of people are in this room, and he fucking starts talking, and it's like, I have found more enemies to the revolution, and their heads have to roll, and all their names are in here, and they all are in this room. At this moment, everyone in the room realized, listen, why don't we just cut off your head before you can read any of those names, if any of us could it be? Yep. The guy literally went in front of hundreds of people and was like, hey, any one of yours head could roll at this moment. I'm not saying names. And everyone was like, yeah, maybe we should stop with the head rolling. Literally, like, imagine just going in front of hundreds of people and being like, I'm gonna kill randomly a bunch of you. And they're like, no. The French. I mean, considering, by the way, the current, they kind of stopped doing with the whole routine thing. Maybe they should bring it back a bit. But like, considering their current, republic is also just kind of falling apart. Hey, what do you think? We're in the 5th already. Is the 6th coming? I think so. Their prime minister resigned, by the way. Just happened. And Macron basically was like, yeah, we can't do another government. Like, hey, Macron, maybe install someone from the party that won. You dipshit. Anyway. It's like, I'm going to take consequences from that. Yeah, you know what? Maybe you shouldn't have a presidential republic with that much power, friends. Again, rewrite that constitution 6 times. The charm, I guess. Shout out to the French, though. You're pretty cool. Okay.
They have good cheese.
Oh my god, the French cheese is so good. I know, the Dutch. Listen, Dutch. Dutchland, Netherlands. You have great cheese. You don't have brie. I'm sorry. Mm. Mhm.
You okay?
Yeah.
Don't sound okay.
I'm truly okay, really. This is okay, okay? Oh, yeah. Uh, there we go. Okay. Okay. Let me try that now. Almost. Almost. It's not what I wanted. Okay, this is definitely not how it should look like, but it works. Mostly. Um, actually, you know what? Let's actually do it like this. And if we're doing it like that, why don't we just go up here? And actually make it like this. Yes, then I need to still redo the walls. Actually, it would probably not look that bad. And now let me guess. Yep. But that's not that bad, I would say. This looks much nicer though. So, aside from the small... we need to add something... Whoop. There we go. We need to add something here. And the rest is quite literally... No. It's quite literally, hey, let's put in some stuff. Actually considering that, I can just go to the tile set basically. Setup, select. And paint. The floor tiles, neither one seem to have no navigation area. Yes. The thing is, I am actually now thinking if I should just leave it like that. Because it just looks a bit nicer. So they because it is not an it's that kind of space that if the sprites would be close to, it would look kind of ugly, and if they're not, it's just it looks kind of fine actually. Yeah, right. Yeah, there we go. So literally this is just an aesthetic choice, I would say. It doesn't change a lot, and it just looks like the enemies are not like hugging the wall all the time. At least for now. Not allowed to hug the walls. Yeah, that is so sad. Alexa, play Despacito. Wait. There we go. This is how I do this. I think I'm doing it like this. And then all the we now go to terrains. No. You're right. Hmm? Okay. Now I am a bit confused. Ah, there we... Now we have it. Let me guess. I was doing like this. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Whoop. Yes. Huh, huh, huh. That looks good. Look at me. I am programming. Okay, that is a minor problem. There we go. Pepper. Yeah, you're right. You're right. So, you know what? Actually, time to do this all over again. So we make another match sites. You are right. There we go. Ah, that actually makes it a lot easier to do. Mm-hmm. And let's just... that's fine, I would say. We can do it like that. Perfect. So we now go back to here and set this to this. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. This is cursed though. Yeah. Okay, fair point. Oh, well, I do that probably another day. Who knows? And actually, visible navigation out. And look at that. This is looking more and more like a real game. Have some time? Look at that.
Yeah.
And you can just draw them and all the corners will pick automatically. I know how to use tile maps now.
Then we just need to make our own.
Yes, that is the next step.
That's not really programming, but yes.
It's also stuff I need to figure out how to do so we can actually build the levels later.
Yeah, I just mean making a tile map. It's less programming.
Yes, not programming.
But more like necessary to have a game you did more on your own.
Yeah. I think I know what I want to do next time. Line of sight.
Ooh.
Because if I figure that...
Scary.
I know, but if I figure that out, I can first of all...
If you go line of sight, can I give you an extra step you can agonize over later?
Yeah, sure, hit me.
If the player walks, they should, depending on how fast they walk and what underground they walk on, they should pulse an area.
Okay, that is
then some enemies will react to that area and move there.
That is okay. That part should not be that hard to make. Like,
it shouldn't be that hard, but it's always cool to have such an enemy.
So it means one being attracted to noise.
More or less.
You know what? Then just give me some. I think glass bottle tiles, and I can probably make something like step on them and.
We still need to figure out the whole tile set so that I can work on it.
Yeah.
But
I mean, this one already looks pretty good, but yeah.
It's borrowed.
It's borrowed. This is like, but it's still got the dungeon feeling. We still do want to do some sci-fi feeling, though. Sci-fi dungeon.
Yeah.
But yeah, hey, you know what? I'm actually really fucking happy with what we got today. Yes, I know less programming, but this is still important to do. Like, look at this. This is a test level. And before, like, until today, this was just tiles painted in the void, and I could just walk out. Now, there's an actual blockage. There's some, there's a little bit of detail to it. There's like, you can shoot through the wall. I really only need to add, well, line of sight, really. Damn, this was... It's one of those things where I'm like, yeah, you need to sit down, do stuff, and then you find out, hey, this worked.
You're still unable to explain what you figured out that you're not able to do it.
I mean, I just now know how to use tile maps and how to set them up that I can just paint them. Okay, you know what? Tile maps are actually really easy.
It's not about time maps.
Oh, you mean just the general programming?
Yeah.
I don't know. It just clicked.
You see how arcane this shit is.
I know it's arcane. Let me be a magician. I said I'm a witch, okay? I know I'm slowly learning the old ways. I know the forbidden words. You know what? You know what? When they talked about Aramaic, they probably were talking about programming languages. It's speaking in tongues that summon magical beings. And sometimes gives you hallucinations. So yeah, I see this as definitely something. Yeah. Hey, I like this cleanup. This is again a lot of borrowed stuff, but this is if I can actually make this one into something workable, then I can also do a second level, and then I can do that second level to something more. Well, I guess we can say this was a good time for Godot today. You know what? Let's get some pain out of the way, I would say.
Which pain?
Black Ops 7. A game that is frustrating me on a very personal level. Because again, I've been covering the big titles every single year so far on this channel. So, yeah. I guess. I think we're gonna play a bit of multiplayer and then a bit of zombies and then just you can decide. I have my fucking. I know what I know how I title this stream. I mean, it's not going well for it. Just pointing this out. Anyway, thanks everyone for being here for Godot. As usual, reload the page. We will be right back. This is still pretty solid progress that we did today. Save all scenes. Yes. Yeah, just reload the stream. We will be right back. See you all then.